So I've recently moved to London from Berlin, and it's been a very busy 2 weeks, and I haven't had a lot of time to read or to make videos. And so it's very nice to be back here making a video. And I thought I would make a quick video about 5 books that I think you should read this autumn. And so starting off is The Girl Who Circumnavigated Fairyland in a Ship of Her Own Making. Squeeze your eyes closed, as tight as you can, and think of all your favourite autumns, crisp and perfect, all bound up together like a stack of cards. That is what it is like, the awful, wonderful brightness of fairy colours. Try to smell the hard, pale wood sending up sharp green smoke into the afternoon, to feel the mellow golden sun on your skin, more gentle and cosier and more golden than even the light of your favourite reading nook at the close of day. So what I love about this book is the language that it uses. Its use of adjectives are top-notch. How it says the awful, wonderful brightness of fairy colours and the hard, pale wood and the sharp green smoke and the mellow golden sun. It just feels very lyrical and very warm and very cosy and feels so nice in my brain. And this book is reminiscent of something like Alice in Wonderland, of Peter Pan. It's all about imagination and adventure, and I think it is like one of the best books you can read in autumn. Next is The Graveyard Book. You're alive, Bod. That means you have infinite potential. You can do anything, make anything, dream anything. If you can change the world will change. Potential. Once you're dead, it's gone. Over. You have made what you have made, dreamed your dream, written your name. You may be buried here, you may even walk, but that potential is finished. And I love that quote from The Graveyard Book because, I mean, it's a bit depressing, but it really makes me feel like, you know what, I'm alive, I can do anything. And I think this is a great book for autumn because it's cozy and it's also a bit like Halloween inspired. It's not particularly scary, I would say, but it definitely has themes of horror running through it because it's about a young boy who gets adopted by ghosts in a graveyard. It is inspired by The Jungle Book, except instead of animals, they are ghosts, which is cool. Next, we have Remains of the Day. For a great many people, the evening is the most enjoyable part of the day. Perhaps then, there is something to his advice that I should cease looking back so much, that I should adopt a more positive outlook and try to make the best of what remains of my day. After all, what can we ever gain in forever looking back and blaming ourselves if our lives have not quite turned out as we might have wished? And that quote really, I feel, sums up the whole vibe of the book. This book is called Remains of the Day, and that's really what it's about. It's about this old man who's looking back on his life, in what's left of his life, and it's all about whether there is any value in looking back. Should we just, enjoy the moment we are in, or should we actually think about what has passed? I don't know. And if that's something that you think about, as I'm sure many people do, this book is one that could, soothe that part of your brain. Next is The Secret History. Why does that obstinate little voice in our heads torment us so? Could it be because it reminds us that we're alive, of our immortality, of our individual souls, which after all, we are too afraid to surrender, but yet makes us feel more miserable than any other thing? And that quote is something I think about all the time because it's so easy to be attached to your life. I think more often than not, human beings are attached to their lives and very much want to keep them. And yet we torment ourselves a lot. We are hard on ourselves. And it kind of contradicts that. Why do we not want to be so entirely kind to ourselves? Because, of course, one of the goals of most human beings is to sustain, is to live. And then why are we hard on ourselves? It doesn't make sense. And I think a reason for literature is because of the contradictions of things. I think if things were much more black and white, it wouldn't be as interesting to write or to read literature. Human beings are interesting to read about, I think it's because we're contradicting ourselves all the time. And The Secret History is about many things. It's not just about the contradictions of human beings. It's a mystery and also a dark academia book. And it's about many different things. And really a highlight is the writing. Like, it makes you feel like you're a bit of a scholar and that's fun. And then finally, before the coffee gets cold, water flows from high places to low places. This is the nature of gravity. Emotions also seem to act according to gravity. When in presence of someone with whom you have a bond and to whom you have entrusted your feelings, it is hard to lie and get away with it. The truth just wants to come flowing out. This is especially the case when you're trying to hide your sadness or vulnerability. It is much easier to conceal sadness from a stranger or from someone you don't trust. And this book is about a coffee shop in Tokyo where you can travel in time. How cool is that? And what is quite nice about it is there are many rules which you need to abide by in order to travel in time. For example, you need to be in a specific point in the coffee shop in order to travel in time. There is also a ghost that is often in that spot, so you need to wait for her to leave and go to the bathroom in order to be there. You also have to return before the coffee gets cold. It doesn't take itself too seriously, it's a bit fun and whimsical, but it also looks at quite like important and serious themes to do with like human relationships and existing in this world. And I think it's great for autumn because it's about a coffee shop, and who doesn't love going to a coffee shop in autumn and romanticizing their lives? Okay, so those are 5 books that I think are great to read in autumn. Thank you for watching this video. I hope to make more videos in the coming months. Now that I'm in London and now that things have settled down a bit, I'm excited to get back to making videos. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you in another video soon. Bye bye!